To reverse some of this nonsense ambayo imesumbua watu wetu namna hii. Tulikuwa tumetoa title deeds 5.6 million.
Is Osoro shutting the door on Matiang'I as the 2027 battle already began? Have Kenya's 2027 presidential politics entered a new phase? And is former Interior Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'I already facing resistance before he even officially declared his interest in the country's highest office? And why is one of his own region's most influential politicians, South Mugrango MP Silvanus Osoro, openly questioning his chances? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, like this video and turn on notifications so you never miss our in-depth political analysis.
Yale ambayo sisi tutakuja kutoroka na uongo wa kuwadanganya hapa. We will not make excuses and run away from promises and commitments we make. We are ready, we are responsible, we will do the right thing for our country and we will manage our country more responsibly than what you are seeing going on in this country. Tuungane tu sisi wote. Bora tu tuweke amani, tuweke mapenzi.
Let's get into today's story. For months now, one name has continued to dominate political conversations whenever Kenyans discuss the 2027 presidential election. That name is Dr. Fred Matiang'I. Although the former Interior Cabinet Secretary has not officially declared that he will run for president, his supporters believe he has the credentials, experience, and national profile to mount a serious challenge. Several opposition leaders have also publicly mentioned Matiang'I as one of the leaders capable of leading a united coalition against President William Ruto in the next general election. But as excitement around Matiang'I continues to grow in some political circles, criticism is also becoming louder. And this time, it has come from a familiar face, South Mugrango MP Silvanus Osoro. Speaking during a public event, Osoro has argued that Matiang'I cannot become president if he continues operating from the opposition. According to Osoro, presidential elections in Kenya are won through broad national coalitions and not regional popularity alone. He suggested that if Matiang'I truly wants to become president one day, he should first work with the current government before pursuing the country's top seat. Those remarks immediately sparked debate. Some people interpreted them as genuine political advice, while others saw them as an attempt to discourage Matiang'I before he officially enters the race. But why are Osoro's comments attracting so much attention? First, both leaders come from the Gusii region. That means this is not simply criticism from a political rival living hundreds of kilometers away. It is criticism coming from a senior leader who understands the political dynamics of the region. Secondly, Osoro is one of the most senior leaders within President William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza administration in parliament. His words are therefore likely to carry political weight. Whether he was speaking personally or expressing a broader political position is something only he can fully explain. However, his remarks have reignited an important national conversation. Can Fred Matiang'I realistically become Kenya's next president? Supporters say yes. They argue that Matiang'I has one advantage many politicians do not possess: his record in public service. During his years in government, he served in several powerful ministries and became known as a strict administrator. Many Kenyans remember him for reforms in education, internal security, and public administration. His supporters believe this experience gives him credibility. They also argue that many voters today are looking beyond traditional politics. According to them, competence and leadership experience could become major factors in 2027. But critics disagree. They argue that experience alone does not win presidential elections. Kenya's elections have historically depended on coalition building, regional balance, grassroots mobilization, political financing, and party structures. Without a strong nationwide political machine, critics say even experienced leaders face enormous challenges. This is where Osoro's argument appears to focus. His position is that no candidate can rely on one region or one community to win the presidency. Instead, they must build alliances that stretch across the country. Political analysts agree on one point: Kenya's presidential elections are rarely predictable. Coalitions change, political friendships evolve, and former rivals become allies. And today's strongest candidate may not necessarily become tomorrow's frontrunner. History has shown that Kenyan politics can change dramatically within months. That's why many analysts caution against making early conclusions about who will or will not become president. Another important issue raised by this debate concerns the Gusii region itself. Who currently speaks for the region politically? Is there one undisputed leader, or is the region becoming increasingly divided between different political formations, those questions remain unanswered. Some elected leaders support the government while others lean toward the opposition. Meanwhile, many voters appear more interested in development and economic issues than political alignments. As for Dr. Fred Matiang'I himself, he has not publicly responded to Osoro's remark. That leaves room for continued speculation. And in politics, speculation often becomes part of a campaign long before the campaign begins. So, was Osoro merely expressing his opinion? Was he sending a political message to Matiang'I? Or was he simply reminding Kenyans that winning the presidency requires much more than popularity? Only time will tell. One thing is certain, the battle for 2027 is slowly taking shape. Political statements are becoming more frequent and leaders are positioning themselves. And every speech, interview, and public appearance is now being analyzed through the lens of the next general election. The question now shifts to you. Do you think Sylvanus Osoro is right? Can Fred Matiang'I become president if he remains in the opposition? Or do you believe in the political landscape will change before 2027? Share your thoughts respectively in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more in-depth coverage of Kenya's political developments. Thank you for watching. I am Winston Ondari, and I will see you in the next one.